All right, welcome. We are doing a book haul.
Woohoo!
About time, because I've been having book haul withdrawals. It's been so long since we've done a book haul. This book haul actually comes from a little shop in New Jersey, over in Montclair. I almost said Metuchen, Montclair. I actually forgot the name of the bookstore. So I will leave the name of the bookstore right above me because I done forgot the name of it. I got too many bookstores. I really do. So let's dive right in and get started on our book haul. So I'm going to kick off because I think I have a few more than Alice does, but we're going to take turns going back and forth so we get my books and Alice's books because this was Alice's first time in this bookstore. This was like my third or fourth time in this one. Absolutely love it.
Yes.
It's a really cute bookstore. They have a couple different floors. You go upstairs, you're in the historical and educational and stuff like that. If you go downstairs, you're actually in the vinyl. They have a nice vinyl collection. And then the entire base of the main floor is romance, mystery, literature, fiction, all of it.
Yeah, it was a really cool store. I thought my receipt, there's my receipt. Let's see if the name of this is on here. Montclair Book Center.
Montclair Book Center, there you go.
And it is on Glen Ridge Avenue. If any of you are ever in Montclair, really cool town. Love that little town.
It is great. Go get you some gelato while you're there too.
Yes, good food, good people, all of it good. So, all right, let's start.
All right, so I'm going to start with a book called Dead and Loving It by Mary Janice Davidson. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is 3 mini stories.
3 or 4 mini, yeah, yours is.
3 or 4 mini stories.
She has written a ton of stories.
I think I have another one of her books. I think I do. I'm just not positive.
I know she puts a lot of humor in her stories.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to reading this. It's been a while since the first book is called Santa Claus.
Ah.
So I'm really looking forward to it. It's been a long time since I've read any type of anthology or a collection of short stories by a single author. So I actually have this one, and then there was one that I picked up at a Dollar Tree not too long ago about a bunch of like haunted stories. Clive Barker, Edgar Allan Poe, Stephen King, they're all in there. So I'm really looking forward to reading this and that book since Halloween's right around the corner.
Yes.
Although they might get pushed to November since October's almost finished.
Well, Lady V picked out her book. I also picked out one by the same author. And so the game plan is to kind of, swap off books once we read them. This one is Undead and Unpopular.
Aren't we all?
Yes.
So, yeah.
I cannot wait to... She has got a whole line of this Undead series, so I cannot wait to get in and see how good it is.
That is super exciting. Speaking of anthologies, just like the one I did here, we have Her Body and Other Parties, which is by Carmen Maria Machado. This book was reviewed by several of my booktubers that I follow, Clockwork Reader and Haley and Bookland. Both really like this book. This is, again, another short stories by one author. There was one, I remember the girl from Clockwork Reader, the reason why she picked this up, it was actually her and her sister both read it because there's a story in here that is very similar to SVU. What is it? CSI SVU. And they both love that show, and so it's very similar mystery-wise in here. So I picked this up to check it out since it was raved by my favorite booktubers. Another one I'm not going to stay on very long that I picked up because of Haley and Bookland had reviewed it is Red, White, and Royal Blue. And this is a romance. It is a same-sex romance, but it's very clean. And so I thought it was really great. One's a prince and the other one's just a regular average Joe. And I've heard that it is a really sweet, cute, lighthearted romance. There's really nothing sad in it. And sometimes you just need that. You need something just to happy and pick you up. And so I'm very excited to dive into this. and I love it. I love it. I can't wait.
One of the books I picked up is by Rosemary Lowry, Be Mine Forever.
Ooh, we have several of hers.
I have several of hers. It's been probably about 8 years since I read any of her work. I'd gotten several of her other books at a used bookstore here in North Carolina. Loved it. She's one of the older ones that, got me started. Yeah, so I saw this and I was like, I don't remember this story. I don't think I have it. So
I don't remember that cover, so I don't think so.
So I cannot wait to get into this one and see
a Rosemary Lowry reread.
Yes, I probably will go through and pull all the ones I have. Exactly.
Next on the list, I bought 2 Virginia Woolf books. I recently bought a book called Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, and because of buying that, I realized I really had not delved into her books very much, and so I saw 2 of them and decided to pick them up. They're very small. They're not real big reads. She was known for doing smaller books, but we have Jacob's Room and A Room of One's Own, and so I'm very excited to delve into these. During this time of the year is when I have I pretty much take this time to really go down my classic literature. I rewatch a lot of my older movies like Jane Eyre, Pride and Prejudice. It just always hits about this time of year. And so these will probably be on my new reading list for the rest of the year.
Okay. One of the finds that I love, and actually there are 2 books here, and that's Lindsey Sands, which a lot of you know. Lindsey Sands is one of the very one of the first writers that I got a hold of, authors that I got a hold of writing about vampires that I fell in love with. I love her style of writing. I have pretty much the majority of this series, and it's
the originals, yes.
Yeah, the originals. But these 2, I'm pretty sure I did not have. If I have, I haven't read them. So this one is Immortal Ever After, and the first one was Immortal Born.
I love how her books are it's not just the romance. There's usually comedy, there's usually drama, a little bit of action. I love it. It's got everything in there.
Yeah, I love her writing. She also writes historical romance. There's a whole, I know at least one series, if not 2, that she's put out in historical romance that are good too. It's got a lot of good comedies in it, and she's kind of delved into a little bit of the paranormal on one of those.
One of the yes, it was a combo with Hannah Howe.
Yeah,
they both did one.
Yeah, and it's historical paranormal romance, and that was a really cool road to go down. And I loved it. I'll
have to link the video of your favorite authors because you really went in to talk about both Hannah Howe and Lindsey Sands in those. So check that out down below.
I am looking forward to reading these.
All right, I have 3 more stacks to go. The next one is, again, a classic, and I'm pretty sure I have multiple of this one, but this is the one I've been looking for. The original of The Tale of Arthur. So it is Le Morte de Arthur, and this is actually translate to King Arthur and the Legends of the Round Table by Sir Thomas Malory. And I had been looking for this one everywhere. I wanted the one just strictly from Sir Thomas Malory that wasn't, adapted by anybody else. There's a foreword in here from somebody else, but I wanted this one, and I finally found it, so I'm very excited. I've always loved the Arthurian tale. My father got me started on it a long time ago when I was young, and it's one of my favorite tales of all time. It's right up there with Robin Hood. Robin Hood and King Arthur are my favorites.
Definitely. Okay, go ahead.
All right, next on my list, y'all know I am a sucker for Greek mythology. So I had these on my list, and I finally found them at this bookstore for a decent price because they were both used. So we have Cersei by Madeline Miller and The Songs of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I have been wanting these for so long, and look at how pretty the gold is on these.
They're beautiful.
So
Covers
pretty.
are very pretty.
So pretty. I love Cersei. But even the Song of Achilles is gorgeous. I love these. These I cannot wait to pick it up and read because I have wanted these for so long. Oh, 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 oh! Look at that! Look at that! There's a map in here!
Pretty.
Look at that! We all love a map in a book. Who does not love that? So definitely, because these were Greek mythology, had to pick them up. Really didn't even read about them. I just picked them up.
Okay, my next one is by Laura Lee. I guess
Laura
Lee. And this is Crossbreed. This is one of the Breed novels, and this is one of the very few that I did not already have in paperback because I've got most of hers in paperback and on the Kindle because I love them. I love her work. She's a bit of a steamy romance writer and definitely paranormal, but I love her work, and she was another one that I got started on fairly early. She came in like the second line after Laura Adrian and Lindsey Sands.
Yep.
And I'm trying to think of, there was another one. Can't think of it now.
There's so many.
Yeah, but anyway, once I got going on Laura Lee, I quickly became a huge fan of hers. So.
Next on my list, the last section I did were biographies, which I'm very picky on biographies, but because these were all on classic authors that I love, I picked these up. So the first that I have that I'm going to haul is Lewis Carroll, a biography by Morton N. Cohen. And this is just his tale on writing Alice in Wonderland, his other novels, his other short stories. Most of his other work is not as popular as the chronicles for Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland is the biggest of his works, and I was very excited to pick this up and read about another author in classic times. How they got their story, the struggles that they went through in writing and getting published. And I know he struggled a lot. Of course he was tripping out on LSD when he wrote,
I believe,
wrote Alice in Wonderland. Yeah. But even so, a lot of your creative people do tap into other remedies. Mm-hmm. We'll just list them as remedies to help produce that creativity, to really let that creativity just burst forward and flow freely. And I do respect him for this. And so I'm very excited. And here they have pictures of some of his scribbles from when he was writing. I mean, I can't make sense of that, can you? I've often thought that if I ever die and then somebody goes through my desk and tries to make sense of my notes, they're just going to burn my desk. They're just going to pick the entire desk up, throw it in the backyard, douse it in gasoline, and set a match to it. They're just going to burn it. They're just going, there's no use with this girl. No use.
They would be burning some good ideas.
I know. But they'd have to figure out what the ideas meant.
My next one is by Katie McAllister, and Even Vampires Get the Blues. And this is another one. She has been out for a long time. She's written multiple books. I have yet to read any of her work, though. So I thought, why not? It's a used book. I didn't pay very much time. Again, this is on vampires, of course. So, yeah, I was like, it's time. I need to check her out and see what it's all about. So I can't wait to read it.
I think I recently picked up one from one of our other book hauls that I'll have to check out for her. The next biography that I have is L. Frank Baum, creator of Oz, a biography by Catherine M. Rogers. Again, another world that why wouldn't you want to learn where it was created from and tap into that creativity and learn about the author themselves. And so I'm very excited again to pick it up. We have some pictures in here as well. I just saw some from the original drafts of The Wizard of Oz. Look at that. These look like bookends, actually. Mm-hmm. It's very exciting. I have not read the entire series of Alice in Wonderland, of The Wizard of Oz, but I have listened to it. There's a Audible edition with Anne Hathaway narrating that was fantastic. Absolutely loved that one. So there's a lot of different historical things. Here's some more pictures that are in it. I'm really looking forward to learning more about Frank. Mm-hmm. I think that's going to be a good one.
Sounds good. My last one is not paranormal. This is the only book I bought that was not paranormal.
Wow.
But Jackie Burton has been around for quite a while. I think I might have another one of her books somewhere, but I don't know if I've read it or not. I don't remember it if I did.
It must be in your bookcase because I don't think it's in mine.
So, but this the story looked like it's about a movie crew that comes to a cattle ranch wanting to tape, do a movie shot on his ranch. And the lead heroine kind of wants to get out of the spotlight, and she has to convince the cattle owner that she's serious about she wants to leave all the glitz and behind and become a normal person again.
Wow.
So
that actually sounds really cool.
Yeah. So I can't wait. Hope Ignites is the name of this book. So looking forward to reading that one.
And then my last book, that should not be a surprise to anybody, is a biography of Bram Stoker, author of Dracula. I'm currently in the middle of reading Dracula by Bram's late nephew. Well, no, that's worded wrong. The nephew is still alive, but it's a couple generations down the line, and it's very interesting. He's gone and done his research in that book on old family letters, really learning Bram Stoker's history and origin, and where he came up with the idea for Dracula and all that. And so I think once I finish that one, I will dive into this to learn a little bit more about Bram. That's not tainted with some fiction thrown in, so I'm very excited about that.
Cool.
This one too does have some images in it as well, some illustrations. We have some pictures in here. Yeah, when you hit October and November, it's time to read a few of the spookies.
Yes.
Now I can't go too dark, but I do like a few spookies. Lighthearted spookies. Light spookies.
So, and then because it's Wednesday, we need to give you a writing update.
Oh!
So, we're going to put that on the screen now. As you will tell, Ivermanus, Dragons of Dragonos 3 has not been touched, and that is because I am at a stopping point and I need Lady V's help. And her back has been out for a week now, and she has been in excruciating pain.
It's been a little hard to sit down and get writing
we
done.
have not even tried. However, I have delved into just a little bit. I haven't had a whole lot of time to write myself because I'm trying to, take up for Lady V's being down. Oh, excuse me. But I have delved into a little bit of the Monster Mob, which is a new series coming out next year. Mm-hmm. And I have worked a little bit on that, which you can see the progress on your screen, as well as I'm working on the Christmas anthology also. So I've made a little bit headway on those two. So that's where we stand. Our goal is to, we're going to go back to the beginning on Ivermantus and read out loud. I'm going to start this evening, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
Reading out loud until I get us caught up to where I was at, and I've run into a stumbling block, and so I'll use Lady V to help me get over that stumbling block, and we'll finish that book because it is literally only a couple thousand away from being finished at this point. So hopefully we will get the book read and be ready to, we're taking the laptop with us this weekend to our show. So I'm hoping we'll have some time maybe in the evenings after the show to work on that and get some progress made on Ivermantus. So
definitely looking forward to that.
Definitely. So that's
there's something about locking yourself into a quiet hotel room and being able to knock out a few thousand words.
Yes, definitely. And that's actually what we need to do.
Yeah.
So, if you like this video, please remember to
smash that like button.
Give it a thumbs up. Until next time, we'll be heading out of here Friday morning for our show down in Holden Beach. Mm-hmm. So there will be no Friday video, but Saturday we will be coming to you live once everything is set up and we're at the show. Lady V will walk around and show you everything. Until then, have a great day.